Yes, sir. This is Group 4, and we're here to report all about Colreg rule number 11 to 14. Next. Okay, so our course outcome. Balik ko dato, pre. Course outcome is kanang to working knowledge of what we are going to report today is all about Colreg 72 rule number 11 to 14. Next page. Learning outcome. Our learning outcome is to demonstrate working knowledge of Colreg 72 rule number 11 to 14. So what is the importance of this topic? The students will know on how to act when there is vessels in condition of visibility and all about Colreg 72 11 to 14. So rule number 11 says the section applies to vessels in sight of one another. So rule number 11 states that all this section 2 is all about the condition the conduct of vessels in sight of one another. So section 2 is section 2 have 7 regulations. Rule number 11 up to rule number 18. Next page, please.
So, rule number 12 states an action to be taken when two sailing vessels are approaching one another. When two sailing vessels are approaching one another, so as to involve risk collision, one of them shall keep out of the way of the other as follows. When it has the wind on a different side, the vessel which has the wind on the port side shall keep out of the way of the other. When both have the wind on the same side, the vessel which is to windward shall keep out of the way of the vessel which is to leeward. If a vessel with the wind on the port side sees a vessel to windward and cannot determine with certainty whether the other vessel has the wind on her port or starboard side, she shall keep out of the way of the other. For the purposes of the rule, the windward side shall be deemed to be the side opposite to that one on which the main sail is carried, or in the case of a square rigged vessel, the side opposite to that on which the largest fore and aft sail is carried. Thanks, pre.
Colreg Rule 13 governs overtaking situations and states that any vessel overtaking any other shall keep out of the way of the vessel being overtaken. This rule applies to all vessels, not just power-driven vessels, as is the case in crossing and head-on situation.
Colreg Rule 14 governs meeting or head-on situation and states that when two power-driven vessels are meeting on reciprocal or nearly reciprocal courses so as to involve risk of collision, each shall alter her course to starboard so that each shall pass on the port side of the other. It states in Section A, when two power-driven vessels are meeting on a reciprocal, which means 180 degrees or nearly reciprocal courses so at involve risk of collision. Each shall alter her course to starboard, so that each shall pass on the port side of the other. So it states when each power-driven vessel, a vessel which is driven by a propeller, is say at reciprocal uh, uh, meeting in a reciprocal or nearly reciprocal courses, they shall alter their course to uh, uh, to starboard side. So when they pass each other on the port side. In section B, such a situation shall be deemed to exist when a vessel sees the other ahead or nearly ahead, and by night she would see the mast headlights of the other in a line or nearly in the line, and or both side lights, and by day she observes the corresponding aspect of the other vessels. When a vessel is in any doubt as to whether such a situation exists, if it's in doubt, she shall assume that it does exist and act accordingly. In short, just assume if you are in doubt.